Hello, friends. Your old Uncle Andy here, the UC Panda himself, coming to you on Friday, February 24th. We hope everyone has had a good week, and we hope to provide you with some good winning sports picks. We've certainly done our homework again here this evening, and we wanted to get this video out to you. I know a lot of the games start here at 7 o'clock very shortly, so we wanted to get the plays to you so you could get in and bet them. Um, Wanted to start off by saying that the regular season of college basketball is winding down. March Madness hasn't even really begun yet, but it will shortly. Some of these conferences will actually start their conference tournament next week, especially some of your smaller conferences. But I think by next Saturday, next Sunday, I think a lot of the regular seasons, all the regular seasons will have wrapped up. So be careful betting some of these college basketball tournaments. They're very topsy-turvy. There are teams, certainly in the larger conferences, where it doesn't matter if they win the conference tournament. They're in, their seeding really probably isn't going to change one way or the other, even if they were to win their conference tournament. So you may have teams like that up against teams that are hungry, where, a team that's favored, they may well lose the game to an underdog simply because, there's no benefit for them to kill themselves trying to win 4 games in 4 days in this conference tournament. So just watch it, especially laying big money with a favorite. A lot of these tournament games get very close. And so I would just proceed with caution. We've got a lot of betting to do in March on March Madness, on the tournament itself. Don't burn your bankroll up on March 1st betting the Horizon Valley tournament. So just some advice there. We will be posting NHL plays in the morning, probably early. I have a busy day tomorrow, so there definitely won't be any video, that's for sure. Well, I'll just go ahead and reel them off to you now, so in case I don't even have time to post them or you don't have time to check me out over at Uncle Andy Sports on Twitter. Saturday, we're going to go with the Isles. We're going to go with the Panthers. Love the Blue Jackets tomorrow night. Love, love, love the Jackets playing in Ohio Stadium in front of what might be 97,000 people. Should be a really neat outdoor game up there in Columbus. Like second and third period over in the Sabres game. I like the Ducks, kind of like the St. Louis Blues. Sunday. This will be a ladder challenge play for me on Sunday, whether the ladder challenge I'm starting tonight makes it to Sunday or not. We'll start a new one Sunday. It'll definitely be a play for me, but it'll be the Knights and the Rangers in a parlay in the NHL. And we'll also go with the Canes and the Wild on Sunday also. Speaking of the ladder challenge, I'm starting a new one this evening. Feel good about it with Akron and Marshall. We've also included them in some later plays. And we're not going to go over everything in depth and dissect everything in a big omnibus like we did last night. Just don't have time for that. We want you to get time to go ahead and get these bets to the window and cash these winners. We're going to start off with the Cavaliers. I got in early this morning. I got in at plus 2.5 points for the Cavs. I think the Cavs are going to win the game outright. I think you're okay to go ahead and take the Cavs money line, but for the price, it was minus 115 for the Cavs and 2.5 points. So I went ahead and threw VCU in there, got it to almost an even money payout. I've still got the 2.5 points in my pocket. Right now, the Cavs and the Celtics are a pick'em. So I have 2.5 points of line value, which in an NBA game, frankly, isn't all that much. But I can say I made a good bet. I beat the market. I beat the closing line value. So that's why it does pay to get in early on most of the time. Love Marist tonight. I like the over in Louisiana Lafayette, South Alabama. Like the over in James Madison and Texas State. Like the under in Georgia State, Georgia Southern. Um, I was having some problems earlier getting into my MGM account. That's where I normally bet all these period overs. You can certainly get a little bit more flexibility over there on these period overs at MGM than you can over at DraftKings. But I went ahead and made the same game parlay bet on DraftKings. Love Leafs Rangers second period over, and that was a little chalky. It was like minus 180. So I needed something else to throw in there. Didn't really want to throw VCU in there. It really wasn't going to get me to a plus money payout. But I do like the Leafs just to score a goal in the third period. I think Leafs are going to win the game, but I think I need the Leafs just to score a goal in that third period. That should happen. But what really got this bet going, I wanted to tease the over, but the over went from 6 to 6.5 real quick this morning. So I kind of missed that boat and didn't want to lay all that extra chalk. But I did still want to include something with that. So effectively, I'm betting an over in the hockey game by betting the fact that there's going to be more than two goals in the second period, by betting the fact that there's going to be at least a Leafs goal in the third period. That's got you halfway right there to your over. So I'm effectively betting it over, I think, at a much better rate, plus 112 payout. But I love the second period over in this if you just want to go that way. The teams are a combined 71 and 41 on second period over. That's the Rangers and the Leafs. And so it is hitting at 65%. So we'll go ahead and roll with that. We do have a little round robin going tonight with Akron and Marshall, as I mentioned earlier. Also like Southern Miss and the points. Southern Miss is getting, I teased them up to 12.5 points. So it was a 3-unit round robin, and it's going to pay 7.25 if it comes in. We'll go over what a round robin is maybe when we have more time. It's sort of like a parlay. It's a more expensive bet than a traditional parlay. I could have parlayed this, and it would have been a like plus 250 payout, let's say. But you saw this last night in my round robin. You know, a leg loss, a leg was a push, so I got almost all my money back. So that's the good side of a round robin. Bad side of a round robin is it's a more expensive bet. But if you feel really good about something, maybe you don't want to just waste all these bets on a parlay. If I parlay these three things I feel really good about and just one of them loses, now I come away empty-handed. This way, if I bet the 3 units and one of them still loses, I should get most of my money back. So that's a positive aspect of a round robin. Another downside of a round robin is the fact that if I am right about this, I'm only getting maybe about a 2-to-1 payout. Whereas had I parlayed it, I would have gotten a much better payout had all 3 legs come in. And I'm feeling pretty good about this. But, you know, a lot of your betting experts, the people at the channels, they'll tell you, oh, don't bet round robins, don't bet parlays. Well, don't bet a 16-leg parlay with the grocery money. No, that's stupid. But betting a 3-leg round robin, a 3-leg parlay for, you know, 10, $5, whatever your unit size is, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's the way you're going to make money at this, by getting those higher payouts as opposed to betting 5, 10, whatever your unit size is on something that's juiced all the time to minus 115. Unless you're a genius and hitting 70% of the time, you're never going to get anywhere that way. So playing these smaller parlays is a smart thing to do if you're being a person who's practicing good bankroll management. So we did hit the NHL Grand Slam last night. The number came in at 78. That was the final tally of goals. So it did go over the number of 73.5. So we were right there. We're 10-7 this season on NHL Grand Slam plays. I don't play the Grand Slam every night because honestly, a lot of the time, the number I come up with and the number the book comes up with are exactly the same. Or maybe they're within a goal of each other. And maybe there's some other things that I've calculated and tabulated up, and it's sort of left some uncertainty. The last night was good for us. I like the over again tonight. It's going to be over 17.5. It was juiced to the over at minus 120. So it's a little more expensive than I would have gone. And so I threw VCU in there, got it down to minus 106. If you look at the aggregate total of the goals scored in the last 5 games for all 6 teams playing tonight, there's only 3 games, they are averaging 6.8 goals per game. In other words, we should hopefully see 20 goals tonight based on that statistic. Something else that kind of made me feel a little bit warm and fuzzy about this was if you look at the season series goals for these teams that are playing tonight, they've played before. I think all the teams in action tonight have played before. If you take those goals on average, they're averaging 6 goals a game. So we need 17.5. 6 times the 3 games tonight, that's 18. The other statistic is 20. Something else that I like is the fact that in all the hockey games this year played, the average goals scored is 6.03. So again, 3 games tonight, 6 goals per game on average, 18 goals, hopefully. That's the thing about averages in statistics. So hopefully this is an average night. We just need 18 goals. We don't need 24 goals. We just need 18 to get over that number of 17.5. And then we would be at 11-1 on the year in Grand Slam plays. That's all for us. We hope everybody has a great Friday night. Don't drink too much. And if you tail us to the window, we will cash tickets together. Have a good night, everybody.